On a sunny Saturday afternoon in August last year, Manchester United traveled to the G-Tech Stadium to face Brentford for their second match of the 2022-23 Premier League season. It was the Red Devils' second game of the campaign, and having lost the opening clash at home to Brighton, they hoped to bounce back. It was never to happen though, as the Bees came out stinging, and in what was a near-perfect first-half performance, scored 4 unanswered goals to condemn United to their second loss of the campaign, the first time in 30 years the club lost the opening 2 fixtures of a new season. Fans across the world watched as Erik ten Hag's team was humiliated, and among those watching was one man who sat hundreds of kilometers away in Madrid as his potential future team was whitewashed, Casemiro. After watching the game, he reportedly sent his agent a simple message: "Tell them I'll fix it," and this got the ball rolling. United had been chasing the Brazilian since June, but were yet to reach an agreement, and following the nightmarish start to the season, there were fears the midfield general could change his mind, but apparently it did not. In fact, he felt he was the right man to help Ten Hag fix his midfield and probably push United to the top again. A few days later, a team of United representatives flew to Spain and completed a £60 million transfer. It looked like a mammoth fee for a player already in his 30s, but when you look at the impact he has had at the club since, it looks like a bargain now. The hard-tackling midfielder took some time to adapt to the Premier League, with Ten Hag easing him into the first team gently. He has now become the catalyst for a huge change in fortunes for the Red Devils. United fans have for years pleaded with the club to sign a recognizable and strong defensive midfielder, and it seems they finally got their prayers answered. A passionate midfielder who seems to have brought a winning mentality to a United side that is clearly starting to embrace Ten Hag's system and tactics. And alongside the maestro Bruno Fernandes and Christian Eriksen, Casemiro has helped form a formidable midfield trio that is a joy to watch once again. So, how did he do it? The midfielder arrived at Old Trafford in search of a new adventure, and with a serious reputation, having won everything at Real Madrid. In the Spanish capital, he played alongside some of the best midfielders the game has seen in recent seasons, Luka Modric and Toni Kroos. Despite his achievements, Kroos and Modric almost always stole the show with their passing and overall game performance, and many never got to see Casemiro's technical ability. He has, however, been able to show what he possesses since moving to Old Trafford, and statistics show United are now a better team, making more passes and conceding fewer shots with the Brazilian on the pitch. His partnership with Eriksen in particular is one to be admired. The two players' passing is similar, except that Casemiro does elite defensive work, allowing the Denmark international to move further up the pitch to become a second number 10, alongside Fernandes, which has been very effective for United in recent weeks. This is not to imply that Casemiro does not contribute much going forward. On the contrary, he is among top creators in the United team, creating a chance every game, something he did in only one season at Real Madrid. With Casemiro in the team, United are averaging 64.1 passes in the final third per game with Casemiro in the team, compared to 51.3 when out. Ten Hag has worked on a good system at United. He has inverted his fullbacks to play alongside Casemiro. You will often see Diogo Dalot or even Aaron Wan-Bissaka coming in alongside Casemiro to allow Eriksen to push further up the pitch. Overall, Man United concede 0.6 goals and 8.4 shots on average per game with the Brazilian in the team, and 1.5 goals and 11.5 shots per game without him. It's the little things that the Brazilian does that make all the difference for United in the center of the pitch. The things the untrained eyes do not see, like taking a couple of steps to stop a pass meant for a center forward, knowing where to be defensively while staying on his feet at the right time to be able to break opponents' attacks. Alongside Fernandes and Eriksen, he has made Manchester United's midfield look solid once again, and that has brought about balance and stability within the team. His presence through the transitional areas of the pitch is also quite impressive. His game has impressed not only club fans, but pundits and former players as well. Graham Souness is one of them. The former Scottish star was critical of Man United paying heavily for the Brazilian at the start of the campaign, but he has made a U-turn in recent weeks. I did question the fee they paid. Thinking about it now, I'm not sure the fee was so daft. He looks like someone who never has a bad game. Former Man United star Rio Ferdinand has also joined in, labeling Casemiro as one of Ten Hag's lieutenants. There's one more quality to Casemiro. Aside from being a model professional and an example to young players, the Brazilian is reportedly one of the first to arrive at the Carrington training grounds and one of the last to leave. He keenly studies his opponents in great detail to fully prepare for every game, and spends his spare time watching matches alongside taking English lessons to improve his communication with teammates. At this rate, Casemiro is slowly becoming one of Manchester United's best signings in recent years, and if the Old Trafford club go on to win any trophies this season, the midfielder could be a contender for Premier League signing of the season. Finally, United fans can smile. They have a true holding midfielder they have craved for in the last few years, with the only shame perhaps being that the Brazilian did not become a Manchester United player sooner. What's your take on Casemiro's impact so far at Manchester United?